How you guys do? Welcome back. Today is October 13th, 2021. What a beautiful Wednesday for us. Let's get right into these calls real quick. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Evan. We're going to be talking about technical analysis and my watch list into tomorrow. Now, it comes to just the watch list. I do like technical analysis, but I also really enjoy talking more deeply about trading structure more than trading system. But the issue with a lot of people is when they get started in this business and they want to start trading, they follow systems. They want to follow option calls, option puts, iron condors, buying shares, shorting, buying at this time, at that time, selling at this time. It's all about system. I want to teach you a structure. If you watch my course and know what I'm talking about, come up here and watch the course right here. It's 25 free lessons. I have some more coming out tomorrow. I want you guys to get everything you need to know about risk management, technical, fundamental, mental analysis, making an actual trading plan, proper goal setting, which is never talked about a lot, writing an actual trading plan again, macro markets, and then consistency. These 8 things make me successful. And that is the structure I use to be successful. Now, the trading system can change based on market conditions. But my structure and rules never do change. Come check out the class for sure. With that comes the Discord I have. I don't like being a salesman. I hate thinking that I'm going to try and sell somebody something without having quality products and services, but I do. I'm going to be honest with you. I really believe in what I'm doing is actually helpful. It's a fair price. I'm not gouging anybody, and everyone who joins usually has a really good time and learns quite a lot. So come check out the Discord. With that is going to be my newsletters. Again, I do a morning one every single morning. You want to know what the indexes look like? You want to check out VIX? You want to know the futures? Every single sector broken down technically and what I see tied to RRG graphs. Every morning you get that. And then at night, these classes that I do, these watch lists that I do, they're done early for my newsletter people and for my Discord people. They get this hours before you do. They get the list around 2 o'clock p.m. They have a jump start. It's fantastic. And again, a very fair price in my opinion for what I'm doing for people. Again, come check it out. Lastly, is that this list is going to be good until Friday. Today and Thursday especially. So if you missed this video, come back and check out tomorrow. If you missed yesterday's video about all the plays from today, many are still there. Come check it out. They're ready to go as well. We have about 2 days to enter these trades. I want to mention that as well. Lastly, I want to show you my journal real quick. Let's see how it's looking before I get in these calls. So I want to show you this real quick. I'm not going to put myself over here this time and ruin the whole episode like last week. But here's all the calls we've been making. And again, this is in the description box down below with a bunch of other really good stuff. And as we can see, if you blindly bought stuff that I called, which you should never do, it's a terrible idea, don't do that. But if you were to, you can see more times than not we're going green. And again, I do include my red days, they're not a phony. And you can see not many days have been closed out fully here. A lot of stuff still running, looking really good. Like Atom looked fantastic, GSS looked good. SGH right now was absolutely on a tear. I don't know what they're at right now, but SGH is up like 25% right now. It's been absolutely killing it. It's been beautiful. It's at 16 right now. Been killing it. So if you want any kind of validity behind what I do, there's all my calls right in the description box for you. Again, I'm not joking when I say these calls are really, really good. With that being said, let's get this episode and check out 8 new plays for today and into tomorrow. So first is Dish. If you want to know how my technical analysis works, the support is going to be white. The resistance is going to be orange. Resistance trend is orange, or if it's making a pattern that's far away, like this in a ascending triangle, I don't think our price area should be $46, for a small move, but that's here. Our supporting trend line is going to be golden. When it comes to volume profile and volume, these 2 white dotted lines is where 70% of volume happens within here, and this is the POC. It's very gravitational, and it's a great support and resistance. It's the highest volume node. I don't have the time now to cover 45 minutes of, volume profile videos. I'm going to go get fajitas, and I'm very excited about that. That's why I'm talking fast. But you can easily watch this video here, 45-minute volume profile. It's a brand new tool if you haven't used it. I can guarantee this type of traditional volume will switch up your trading immensely. Go check it out. A very beautiful ascending triangle for Dish. Look at bulls bought in at 35, pushed to 46. Bulls then rebought in at 38, 39, that's higher, push it to 46. Bulls then bought in at 41, push it to 46. We see bulls buying higher. Bears have no power here. There's no traditional channels forming. This is a higher low situation. Eventually it's going to break out. A bad move is 10%. I think we're going to wait for it to come down to 42. risking about 2. That's an easy 4-to-1 for 2.5% stop loss, 5-to-1 for, a little bit more. So 4 to 5, anywhere in there is fine with me. It's a fantastic looking POC as a support play. Traditional support's down here. We are coming right down a nice little falling knife into support. Look at it. We consolidate 4 or 5 days, 3 to 4 days, 4 to 5 days, 2 or 3 days. We take time to reverse. No point rushing this one, but Dish has to be watch listed. And let's check out the indicators, see what they're doing as well. But this is a fantastic purchase. Let's check out the indicators. What's so cool about this channel, besides me talking so fast I'm running out of breath for these fajitas, is I actually don't check out indicators while I'm scanning or doing the show. I have no idea what the 10, 50, 200 email lines are doing. I don't know. I don't check them out. And I don't know what RSI, Vortex, and Stochastic are doing as well. You'll see as a beginner what I see. I personally believe, and if you're a good technical trader, you'll believe as well, is that the indicators are the icing, the technical analysis is the cake. So these are going to help push me towards or not buying into it, give an opportunity cost. I find the best one, and I buy in the best kind of that I like. You're going to notice the indicators show 4 things: so momentum, trend, volume, and volatility. That's it. That's what I use them for. With that being said, if you're a new person, not a veteran, let's do this together, and you'll see what I see live. It's a nice little tidbit for you. So we can see with the 200 EMA line, we are breaking it much more than we used to, and I'm putting much more emphasis into the support play. While the support play, the trend is going horizontal now. Horizontal now. 50. Horizontal. So I can put emphasis into this trend line. I certainly can. But the trend recently, the 200's going sideways. Over here, trend line. Play that trend line. The trend's going up. We're going sideways now. So I'm putting more emphasis. My entry I'm going to look for is towards the POC or that old support that is horizontal. If trend ticks up, I'll play off that trend line. But for now, I want to play off the support. I'm looking down here probably towards 41 for an entry. RSI, it's low. Love it. Stochastic is low. No divergence. No bearish. No bullish recently. I mean, that's a lower low. That's a lower low. It checks out. We did have a divergence here. Look at this. That's a bearish divergence. So check for those two. That's why it didn't come all. That's why it came all the way down. It was a bearish divergence. I love that. Bulls low, bears high. Everything checks out. I think Dish, you probably have another day or two of red, which I'm not against. If it dips, it dips. Better value. You have a great support below. It could continue to have a good play here, but I think Dish is maybe a little bit lower. But I love what I see overall. With that being said, DISH out of watch list. Next is GNW, another absolute banger of an ascending triangle. We have 2 options here. With Dish, we're towards the bottom. The only option is to go long. Here, pivot. Depends on what's going to happen. We'll use the indicators to show you this. But GNW, you can go long or short. Right here, I'm most likely leaning towards going short because this is absolutely not sustainable. You can see it's done this before, tanks. Did this before, tanks. Doing it now, tanks. Look at earnings. Earnings should be coming up fairly soon here. GNW, even on the 10-year. Yes, I check these things. I zoom that far out because I'm a big old nerd. This is coming towards resistance as well for a trend line. It's making a giant triangle. I mean, I would buy this definitely lower, but it's definitely going to be losing steam. And again, earnings is in fact coming, as we can see. On the 1 year, it's about 3 weeks away. Keep that in mind. So GNW, I'm looking to short here most likely. Eventually, I want to go long. I think it's going to be a great breakout. Now, if we do come down, retest here, and we show some life, sure. But up here, obvious short, but we see a bunch of green volume or maybe some consolidation. I would consider going long. Do your own DD. do your own DD, but for me, a short here. Let's check the indicators. What I'm going to do here. First thing I'm checking is a 10 EMA line. Look at these run-ups. It gets over the 10. It holds perfectly until it's time to validate out. Over here, same case. Over here, this whole run-up, perfect, besides here, perfect run-up. What's that mean for me? I will start to short GNW once it goes under the 10 EMA line. It shows that's the consistent go signal for a short. And up here, yeah, you can go long. If you want to go long and then breaks under, sure. But right here, you want to give up maybe 3%. Yeah, about 3% to make sure we have a good short here. And once you break under that 10 and the first candle holds, that's your first go short signal. Once I see that, I would definitely go short. And then once that 10 crosses the 50, it's a wrap, buy in lower, then go long. Definitely go long eventually, but here I want to short. Overbought, love it. Overbought, love it. And again, we'll see where it reverses at. I mean, no real divergence, no bullish divergence either. It's just going higher. But if this thing does in fact come down and die, I'd love to see it go all the way down, ride it down, then go long. Bulls on top, bears low. Flip that for a short. It's perfect. GNW, I think eventually going long makes a whole lot of sense. But right here, given these stats, I think shorting makes a whole lot more sense. GNW, watch this. I want to see this bad boy burn for real. Next is GPRE. Almost like grape, but instead it's green plains ink. Close. Idiot. This again has more room to dip. It's a gorgeous channel up. It's almost perfect. I mean, this thing is just going way higher. I love what I see. But I don't think we want to wait for a possible 8% pullback. That seems pretty unlikely here. If it does, great value. But this is a strong support. POC is support. Trend support. Even if you goof up your entry, you probably only need to risk 4 or 5% to make a full move about 25, about 20. So it's still 4 to 1 where we're at. Even for a support play, you know, you're risking a 2 to 1 here. Not terrible. I mean, the Discord got this call early. You know, we got it over here. It's coming back up now. We get one more green boy. We get 3 green soldiers. I love what I see. Good looking play for momentum. Let's check the email lines for any kind of confirmation of move we can buy into. But I mean, if you want to buy value, you may have missed the boat, or you want to wait, or if you want to buy momentum, I think it's right where you want it to be. Let's check the indicators and see what kind of crosses we have. So we see we're getting over all 3 of them. That's great. 10 run-ups are pure. Look at this. Never breaks. Never breaks. Never breaks. Never breaks. Never breaks off that Kit Kat bar. So we can see that once we get over the blue, the 10, we have a good chance of having at least a good day trading opportunity, worst case Ontario. We're on top of the 200 and the 50. Once this goes up one more green, we should be good to go to ride momentum. So again, I love what I'm seeing. Use that 10 as a stop loss area. If it comes down tomorrow, you bought in, yeah, risk 2%. If it dips, whatever, buy at that 200 email line, which is obviously being a support as well. Support, 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 support. So if it does dip down, buy 200. But right here, low risk, massive reward for a few week hold. I love what I see. Again, it's up here because we have this gigantic spike and it's showing green. That's fine. You got to give up a good value to make money eventually. It can't always be a good value in printing. You gotta see some life. Right now we're seeing some life, so it's okay. Stochastic is low. That's what you want to see. Plenty of room to run up here. No real true divergence quite yet. I mean, you have this one, but I mean, if this does break down below this, you lose that. But it's definitely what seems to be forming a divergence for sure. Bulls and bears are fighting, and if green crosses here and red plummets, we'll have a great day trading opportunity. If not, a good 2 or 3 day hold. GPRE, fantastic, easy play. Super easy. What more do you want? You can buy the momentum, use a 10 EMA as a stop loss. If it breaks that, you just buy lower. I love what I see. GPRE, watch list. Next, SYF. I'm dumb. SYF. Synchrony Financial. I think I called this recently. A gorgeous wedge up. I think I called it over here, but now it's coming back down. Fantastic value coming right here. We're seeing some life after hours. A good 1.3% move. Looking good. Again, I want to buy probably closer to 47.20, 47.30 and some change right down here, this conversion spot. That's going to be the perfect spot right there. Yeah, give me that, and we're golden. Earnings plummet. Earnings plummet. Oh, God. Earnings is coming. So, it could be smart to wait. I don't think it's going to be the worst thing ever, but I could possibly wait. If it breaks down further, look at the support down here. Look at that. If it breaks down, I'd be looking at 45.20 for an entry. But if we want to see this wedge continue and then break down, this is where you want to be. I love the consistency. And again, if it does break down, you have a great safety net at 45.20 to rebuy into. But this trend has been absolutely pure. The resistance trends have been pure. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators for some clarity. The 200's been a great support. Right, again, boom, 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 boom. Plenty of hits here. See the trend? It's up. Trend's going up. Look at that on the screen. It's going up. So putting emphasis into the trend line here is totally fine. And again, if the trend starts to come down or starts to go horizontal, support here and look into here. And the trend starts to point downward, well, you probably have a nice looking wedge right there, now don't you? Play off of that, right? Be steps ahead. RSI 39, love what I see. You know, no bearish divergence, no bullish either. It checks out what I'm seeing, just a really good value, negative 35. That's fine. Bulls low, bears high. SYF, minus earnings, I love what I see. If you're an options person, could be a great play. I think options folks love the earnings calls, and this could be a fantastic play for you. But when it comes to an easy play here, SYF makes a whole lot of sense. Next is TDC. More like only 10 that I see, but that's a bad joke. TDC, I mean, maybe it's making a channel up here. As we can see, that would definitely check out pretty well here. But look at this resistance. It hits 58 and it dies. Bulls have been buying in at what seems to be 37, 38, 43, 47, and now 49. Bulls are buying higher. Bears have no power. And even if this is a channel up here, let's say it is a channel up, even buying into momentum here, you can still make an easy 8% or so here. But I think lower makes sense. But again, this is a pivot play. I wouldn't short this. No, don't short this one. But if this does in fact show some weakness, I would just wait for a better price towards 54. If it breaks out, you can buy into the breakout. But I think right here is a fine purchase for a play like this. Let's check the indicators and see what they show us for some clarity for a momentum play if we want to buy into that. As we can see, the 200, great purchase. One below that, a great value. So you might want to wait for that if you're a value purchaser. But as we can see, we're over the 10. If you want to buy into this, great. If you hold over the 10 that whole time, you're good. But once you cross under that 10, you probably want to wait for the 50. If we lose that, wait for the 200. It likes to respect EMA lines. But these 10 run-ups, pure, doesn't break. Doesn't break. Doesn't break at all. So when now we're over the 10, you can now ride this until you get under the 10 EMA line. It's a great looking stock for that. I love that kind of thing about these kind of swing trades. They're fantastic. RSI a bit high, but again, we're showing life. Give it value for life. That's fine. No real divergence. I mean, I guess you can call this one. It's a bit choppy, but it's definitely some sign of a bullish divergence. I love what I see. Bulls just cross screens, so they have to continue having volume. If not, we're going to fall down. But again, bears have room to drop. Bulls, room to run. Could be great day trading opportunities in here. TDC, I love what I see. Great value. That rhymes. TDC, I love what I see. Bump, bump, bump. So I love what I see here. Great ascending triangle. Bulls have all the power. Bears are getting screwed over. You'd love to see it. TDC, watch listed. Next is VMC. I love Vulcan. This has been printing for months now. Every time it gets low, you just buy it and make 10%. It gets low, you buy it and make 10%. It gets low, you buy it and make 6%. Whatever. Look at that. It prints at least 6% every time it hits this trend line, and once again, we're down here again. Right? It's super easy. Even if this trend line's taken out, the support play right here at 167 and at 165, 165.69 are both great entries. Sure, you want to wait another dollar, another percent, sure, but anywhere down here, absolute steal for VMC for risk versus reward. It breaks everything 2%. It makes a full move. 13, 6 to 1 for a full move, 4 to 1 for a good move. I just love what I see here. VMC's always printed for me. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators. Can I say I love what I see anymore? 200s being their hard resistance. Once we break that, we're good to go. 10 run-ups are fairly choppy. See, they're pretty choppy. There's some pretty good ones, but that's what concerns me. Say we get below it a bunch of times. Beginners will not like that or hold that very well. So I wouldn't wait for a 10 cross here. I would just wait for value. In my eyes, we're getting there. I love that. RSI, it's low. Stochastic, it's low. My will to live is low. No, I'm kidding. It's actually a really good looking consolidation here. Look at this. Harsh, harsh, harsh. Look at this. Big red, big red, big red. Small, 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 small. We can see we're starting to curtail off. It consolidates at the bottom. We have a day or two. Once you start seeing some green, consider entering. It looks good from here. VMC, I would personally wait for some form of life, just a little. And once we have a little bit of green, we should be good to go. VMC, love what I see. Great value. Ride that 10. Chef Boyardee swing special. Next is YPF. It's already coming back. The Discord got this earlier. It's already at 5% because I love you guys. We can see on the large scale. All right, it's had better days, right? It's had better days, and that's okay. But look at this. Look at the ascending triangle. It's making a gorgeous ascending triangle. And right here, can easily see a 25% move. I love what we're seeing. I mean, it may take 2-3 months. It may take some time. Wrong buttons, idiot. It may take a fat amount of time. Look at it. It consolidates a long period of time. So this may be here for the next week or so. But YPF definitely has 22-23% odds here, risking about 4 or 5. I mean, I personally want it just a bit lower. Hopefully tomorrow's a little bit more red. Give me 4.4. But for a veteran with a trend up and this massive scale ascending triangle, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love what I see. Let's check the indicators together, my sweet loves. 200 being a resistance, sure. Once we get that 10 cross, nice run. Nice run. Hey, nice run, bro. Nice run. Good runs over here. Once you get over that 10, you're good to go. So if tomorrow we get another 2% and it holds, then you can go for that buy into momentum and ride that bad boy up. Otherwise, buy lower at a better value. So right here, we're in the middle of a pivot, support 10. In the middle, I would wait for the one to kind of decide where it wants to go. RSI, it's low. Love that. Stochastic, it's low. I love that. Bulls are low. I love that. Bears are getting high. So YPF, we have more room to dip, but we have more room to run up as well. I would give it a day or two. Let us see just a day or two and see where it wants to go. Because if we have some more life, then it crosses that 10. Delicioso. And if it gets a better value, hey, even better at 440. I love what I see. I'll definitely watch list it. Last and not least is ZG Zillow Group. Again, Zillow with real estate. I'm not even going to look at this. XLRE. Oh, look at it. It's like that support balance looks really good. And if XLRE breaks out of here, we'll be good to go because Zillow is in the same type of sector. It's almost like the macro markets and the minor stocks go together. Who knew? Take my class, you wouldn't know that. So we can see that Zillow Group here, a great wedge down. It has aspirations of 170, 190 from professional price targets. Breakout's coming. I mean, it's pushing it, not getting gapped up, which I don't love, but it's pushing it, right? We have great consistency. It's super clear. If we get some life here tomorrow, it could be a great, great purchase to hold for the next year. I mean, you could day trade it too. But if we do get a breakout, it may go up, come back down, and then take off again. So ZG, even if it doesn't break out tomorrow, you got to watch list it. It's an absolute steal down here. It's fantastic. How'd you find the support area, Evan? Well, let's zoom out, and we can see consistently it's gone up, which is great. But look at, oh, look at this. Resistance, resistance, gap. Oh, resistance, pure support. It's almost like this is a very pivotal spot in the stock's history. Boy, who knew? So ZG, great spot. I mean, if it does die down 8%, you can hold that the next 5 years and be totally fine no matter what. Love what I see in my opinion. 200 EMA line is going to be the big resistance. Block, 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 block. And we're pushing that. If we get over that this week or next week, oh my God, it's off to the races. 10 cross over the 50. Love it. And again, not the greatest 10 run-ups ever, but at least now you know where your stop loss can be, somewhere 91.55. Let that bad boy run. Almost overbought. It makes sense with this kind of huge run, but again, run up, retest that 50, take off. Stochastic, it's higher than you want it to be, but once again, that makes sense with what we're seeing. And again, was that a divergence? No, it checks out. But again, it looks pretty good here. Hopefully this stochastic goes over or stops soon, doesn't make a bearish divergence, but we'll see what happens with that later in the Discord. But bulls high, bears low, that's fine. Zillow, I think is a fantastic long-term hold. I think this wedge is pure. I think the risk is tiny and the reward is massive, especially with where real estate's going the next few years. And also given the fact that the Fed said no increased interest rates for housing loans. So that very much helps, doesn't it? ZG, I watch this. I love what I see. And there we have it. Bum, 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 bum. I appreciate y'all sticking around for the whole episode. If you did, the 12 of you who probably do. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for our last watch list of the week. And then we're going to go on ahead into the weekend, talk about sectors. Have a good one. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys tomorrow.